Last day of production. It should be a lighter day. It usually doesn't end up like that, but we're ready. Gonna do a good job and we're out of here tomorrow morning.
First floor.
I will give my normal commentary, but I wanted to do more of a deep dive for those of you who are curious how to get into these rooms, how to get into these jobs, or specifically how I got contracted for this job. It wasn't a simple email or DM. There's a lot more to it. I would like to share all of that with you guys. And I think it would be a great learning experience for those of you who are looking to reach the next level and maybe get into an arena where people have more experience than you and the budgets are bigger and the requirements are demanded more from you. So I love being a freelancer. I love not having a boss. I love being able to take jobs, deny jobs. I actually love the spontaneity of job insecurity. It keeps me much more engaged than I would be at a 9 to 5 desk job. I did that for 2 months and I got overweight. I got, almost depressed. It was horrible. And I realized that's not an option for me. So I just pursued freelancing. This has always been it's not even a goal. It's just what I know I'm going to be doing. So I got my start by filming my friends and I skateboarding at the local skate park. Someone else who was around took notice and said, I have a contest coming up. Can you film it, edit it, give me a video for $50? I jumped on the opportunity. I said yes. And that was my first experience with learning about client expectations and how you can get paid for holding a video camera. And during that, my mom's friend, who was a real estate agent, always saw me with the camera, and she asked me if I could take some pictures. I said, I think so. It was $60, so I jumped on the opportunity. And that started a 4-year journey into real estate photography, which turned into real estate drone, then real estate videography. And I was learning how to upsell clients, how to make it a business, how to get income. It was definitely not my passion, but I learned a lot from the business aspect of it and learned a lot about photography and workflows and everything that comes into the equation outside of making a pretty picture, which if you're learning how to be a filmmaker, that is probably more important. I did go to college. Technically, I have a bachelor's degree in cinema studies, which means all theoretical and conceptual, no hands-on experience, which is a real bummer because I thought I was going to be working with cameras when I signed up for film classes. But that was not the case, and I didn't need to go. I would be in pretty much the exact same position I am now if I didn't go to film school. There was one saving grace that I will say from the whole college experience, and that was one guy that I met. So he had a very good documentary in one of our classes, and 2 years later it popped into my head after college ended, and I hit him up and I said, hey, I don't know if you remember me, but you had a great documentary. Just want to say congratulations. And we started talking from there. He said he was doing corporate video work, and I had no clue what that was, and that he was traveling all around, and his company might need some editors in the near future. So I said, I'll send you my resume, which doesn't have much. It had an internship from college, and that's about it. So they hired me to do a test edit, and I was very slow, and they gave me very basic work. But eventually, they asked, do you shoot video as well? I said, of course I do. So they were in a position where they needed someone immediately, and that is how I have gotten most of my jobs, is because I have availability. I don't have a day job. So they said, well, we need to fly someone out to Las Vegas so they can film interviews, get B-roll of the expo floor. We will have a producer there who will tell you what to do, but we need someone who's, familiar with cameras and can do the job. It's not a hard job. Are you up for it? I said, yes, please. I've never had anybody pay for a plane ticket, pay for my hotel, pay me a per diem. At the time, I thought I was getting a lot of money, and it was, now I look back on it, It was very modest. It was about $225 per day. The days can range from 8 to 11 hours. But this was the biggest chance I had had in a while, so I took it and went running with it. So I worked with them. I freelanced for them, for job after job, conference after conference, built my network within them, within their company, and they started trusting me, and that started being my go-to job. I love that, and I started understanding the corporate and conference world, and that has positioned me to where I am today. Okay, ready? So here we go, in 3, 2, 1, action. I love that the Sony a7 IV has this curtain over the sensor, keeps all the dust out, makes me peaceful, and this stresses me out. It's so exposed and vulnerable. I wish all cameras had that curtain. I've always had two sides of my work. One is the corporate, polished conference side, and then the other side is the fun work. So a couple years ago, I was talking with a buddy, and I explained to him I was doing videos, and he said, you should talk to my friend. He goes to Puerto Rico, he does surfing videos. So I called that guy, had no clue who he was. I said, hey, I'm a local guy in the area, I'm young, I'm doing video, I would like to meet up with other video creators. You want to go to a restaurant, grab some food. I didn't know that he was actually 2 years younger than me and very, very ambitious. His name's Dalton. I still work with him here and there. He is a extremely motivated person who is covering video, anything that needs video, he has done it. So we live in the Space Coast in Florida, so he's covered the rocket launch industry. He's covered our county's board of tourism. He was their premier video vendor. He's taken me in to film the World Surf League in Barbados twice. And quick side note, the guy on the right is named Phil. He's a local in Barbados, and he was crushing the video production on the island, kind of big fish, small pond. Well, recently he just came in as part of the crew on one of the biggest shows on Netflix, Outer Banks, and that just skyrocketed his career. So it was amazing to have met him then and see him exploding and doing new things, new adventures. He just moved to Saudi Arabia. You want to align yourself with people who are motivated, and that is one of the whole points of building a network, having a vlog, having friends in the industry. You help each other out. While all of that conference work was going on, I would be doing these quote unquote fun jobs. Now they paid a little bit less, but I was getting so much experience. He was learning, I was learning. Essentially we traveled the world doing that. And I still work with those people today. And I have every bit of trust that if I hand them a job, if I hand them a client, or if I bring them into my job, that they will perform at their highest ability, because we have gone through such a growing process together. Also, I have always been interested in shooting swimwear, female models, tropical looks. So I started reaching out on my own time to models on Instagram saying, would you like to do a trade, collaboration? I need portfolio work and experience and time to experiment with my craft. And in turn, you'll get the photos for free. And that helped me build up another area of networking for me, to the point that possibly on this resort job, I may be bringing in some models that I worked with a few years ago into the next time we do a resort. So more on that later, but the point is I was doing so many different areas, getting experience from every job I had. Everything can carry over. There is no wasted time when you are doing a video production job. Whether you are the DP, the PA, you're grabbing coffees for people, you are on the sideline as perhaps the vehicle driver. Just being on set is valuable. You will have conversations. If you have a good attitude, people will want to work with you more. And so you can start walking now. There you go. Okay, here we go. And 3, 2, 1, action. And So let's recap. Every job I got was because of someone in my close network. Not someone far away, not someone that I made a proposal and sent an email to, someone close by. The skateboarding, someone saw me filming at the skate park. Real estate, my mom had a friend who was a realtor. The conference production job was someone I went to school with. The hospitality job was someone I met at that conference production job who eventually left and needed someone to work with. My quote-unquote fun jobs with Dalton was a friend that I knew who connected me. So all of these jobs have been extremely crucial to my development, and they were all with people who were just 1 degree of separation away. And I think that's the importance when a lot of people are growing. They're saying, how do I get these big jobs? Well, look close by. That led me to seeing these bigger clients, acquiring more gear, getting a bigger network. Anytime someone asked me, I have a job, are you available? I didn't argue too much on the money. It was mostly, yes, just tell me when you need to be there. And then it has arrived to now where I am putting a rate that I am very happy with for corporate work on Production Hub, the website where you can market video production roles. So if you need to find a director, a DP, a grip, producer, or if you are a producer looking for a DP in Orlando with their own kit who can do a 2-person interview, well, you're going to find my page and you're going to see what rate I charge, and hopefully we will connect and get the shoot booked. So from that conference production company that I mentioned, I met people there, and then people left that company. Now, when you have a good contact, a good mutual relationship with these people, you guys are working for each other. Because if I have a job and I need an extra hand, I'm going to call the people I trust. And same thing goes for them. When they go on to new jobs, bigger and better things, they need people that they can trust. People that they can rely on. If they ask them to do something, they know that they will execute it, and they can rest easy in their choice to choose you. So that's what happened. Person left there, went to a hospitality company that manages a bunch of hotels. They brought me in for freelance. So I'm still not employed by anyone. I'm a 1099 contractor. And I did a couple of shoots for them. Everything went great, and that's how I met the DP of this shoot. In fact, it's this guy right here, Xavier. So he is the creative director, and he was tasked with finding a crew for this project. That meant 1 architectural photographer, 1 lifestyle photographer, and me. So the DP said, of course, I brought you in because not only do I trust you, but this is a 7-day job. And I do not want to be 7 days working with someone I do not like. I need to have someone that I enjoy working with, that can take direction, that does not have an ego, and that I can trust if I need to step away. So, you always want to be nice and do a good job, but that is one of the things that has led me to getting repeat jobs, getting referrals, word of mouth, networking. It's just being a joy to work with. I don't know if I believe in manifestation, but I do like working towards a goal. And ever since I started real estate photography, I always wanted to shoot a resort in the Caribbean. So I did RE photography for a while. Then I made a hard decision to stop, and I thought that goal was gone. And it was interesting because I looked back at some of my Instagram stories and I actually saw me saying this over again. I want to shoot a resort in the Caribbean. And that was in 2018. I said it again in 2019. And I know I said it later as well, but it's a difference when you put these things into your mind, when you are surrounding yourself by saying this is what you want to do, this is what you're working towards. And to actually be here shooting it is really surreal because I know I have the qualifications to do this, and I'm actually here doing it. And I'm not even doing it for architectural photography. I'm doing it for a lifestyle video, which is exactly what I want to be doing. And it feels cool to have your fruits of your labor. And Andrew, can I have you just go this way a little bit? Thank you, sir. Here we go. And in 3, 2, 1.
Cheers, boys. Cheers.
There's a couple different approaches you can take when you're starting out. My approach was being available and taking all the jobs that came at me. Caveat is no weddings. Never liked them, doesn't work with me. So if you take every job that comes towards you, then you can get much more time on set, which means you can learn faster and progress. Beyond that, you would be looking at getting as much technical knowledge as you can. And now I'm looking at much more big picture. I had a great conversation with the creative director where he was explaining that these clients have a problem. And they are hoping that by hiring a production company, it will solve their problem. Whether that is explaining a product to someone, whether that is a testimonial video, or sharing their services to a new target audience. All of it is their problem, and you are here to solve that problem. You are not here to show all your new gear, to show a fancy LUT, to show your crazy lighting experimentation. They do not care about that. They care about having their problem solved, and they are throwing money at it. And that is what you need to focus on, because this is an artistic craft, but it is first and foremost a business. And if you know how to run a business, then you will be able to continue doing your craft.
Perfect. And then you finish up with her? Love it.
So we're shooting the pool, and then we have the fancy dinner, and then technically the shoot is done completely. But this pool shoot right now looks amazing. So, in case you can't tell, it's a long play. You know, you want to meet as many people as you can. You want to leave as many good first impressions as you can. You want to be as knowledgeable as you can so that when you get thrown into a circumstance you've never been in, you have some sort of reference. And you can do that by watching a bunch of videos, and probably more importantly is applying that to different video productions. Like I said, whatever comes your way, I would take it. If it's something that you don't want to do, at least you know someone now in a different field. Because if they get asked to do something and they say, I don't do that, you might do it. And then your name pops up. And I had this conversation with another colleague, and it's not who you know, it's who knows you. I said that before in another vlog, but it really, really is true. I get most of my jobs by other people saying my name. I'm not even in that conversation. I don't even know who these people are. But because that person knows I can do it, they throw my name in. And it's a two-way street. If someone throws you a job, do your best to throw them a job back. Whether that is a complete handoff or you subcontract them, you will get a lot out of these relationships if you work together. Always nice to have a good craft service table on set. And this is the last scene of our 7-day trip to the Bahamas. So I got the 200X. So first thing I look for is outlets. And actually I would like to maybe have it on the other side of the window shooting in as a hard side light, maybe some soft light over top. And the sun will be dropping fast, so that needs to be taken into consideration as well. So we had to quickly pivot. That is not the correct location. We are filming here. My idea is still the same. I would like to have the 200X be a hard light shooting from a backlit or side kicker light, and then bring our other light, put the lantern on it, hang it over above, and give soft light to everybody's faces. So imagine a hard light on the side of the face, soft light on the front. The great part about shooting restaurants is the chef always wants to go all out to show the most extravagant dishes that they offer, which are normally the tastiest. This tomahawk steak was massive. So this is the interesting part with production. It is 5:47. These models need to wrap by 6, and we are trying to grab every last shot possible. Video just went through, got all their stuff, and unfortunately, photo has to kind of rush to get what they want.
Is it officially wrapped for the entire shoot? Thank you very much. It's wrapped. Thank you, everyone. Wow.
One last shot.
Man, what a crazy trip. But we're done and potentially coming back in 3 weeks for some more. And final thought, I'm doing something new. I'm opening up consultation calls. I've had a lot of people talk to me in the comments and DMs, and they just want to take the conversation further. If you have questions about gear, if you want to know different approaches to filmmaking, how my situations can help you, you want to pick my brain or just speak about production, it's $75 for the first 30 minutes, $125 for the full hour. You pay, we put it on the schedule, we're booked, and we can discuss production. And as you can tell from these vlogs, my time is very limited. So send me an email, david@morefieldvisuals.com. It's on screen. It's in the description. It's a first come, first served basis. I'm looking forward to expanding the network, and I will see you guys in the next vlog.